What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are hopping into Absolute Flash, issue number 2. In this absolute universe that DC has created, we're seeing the origins of our Flash, of Wally West. And at this point, we don't really know a lot of what's going on. We know Wally West is 15 years old. We know that his father is a colonel. Barry Allen is working with his father on some very top secret stuff. Now, one night when Wally and his father got into an argument, Wally went to go meet up with Barry at the lab. But when he got down there, he found out that there was something really weird going on. Something real crazy sci-fi going on. And when all was said and done, what we saw was the skeletal remains of Barry Allen, and Wally West believing that he is responsible for the death of Barry Allen. Now we dive deeper into what really happened. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright, so we pick up with Wally West exactly where we left him, blaming himself for killing Barry Allen, believing that there's nowhere left to hide, that they're all going to be coming for him. But Captain Cold and his team, they have mapped out these caverns well enough already. They've come to a point where they know he's in there. They're gonna block off all the entrances, and they're gonna wait, they're gonna lure him out. They're gonna try to drive him out. And so pushing Wally West to the entrances, Captain Cold had blocked some of them off using ice, leaving only one entrance open. When Wally West comes through, we see how truly fast he has become. Even he can't believe he is moving at these speeds. But Wally's able to make his getaway, thinking to himself that he's always known there's something wrong with him. But now he feels like he's bursting apart. Like if he doesn't move, he's about to explode into a million little pieces. But with Captain Cold being able to put some ice on the ground, it trips up Wally West, his foot frozen in place. Captain Cold and his team descend down on him. All Wally wants is to be left alone. In his rage, we see a huge burst of electricity coming out of Wally. And in this moment, we are shot back to the moment he was given powers. Barry Allen safe inside his little bubble, but Wally West is trapped on the outside. We have to assume that this is the Speed Force that has grabbed hold of him. It wraps around him, intertwines with him. He becomes part of it. And when Barry reaches out to grab hold of him, we see that Wally disappears. At that very moment, Colonel West shows up. He saw what happened. He saw that his son disappeared. Without hesitation, he walks up to Barry and punches him straight across the face. As he takes out his confusion, his anger, his frustration on Barry's face, this is when Wally reappears, but looking nothing like he did before. Almost like he's pure electricity and pure energy. Now, they don't know it, but us as a reader, we have to assume that he's become one with the Speed Force in this point. The first conduit of the Speed Force. The problem is, he has no idea what's happening. With this surge of power jolting into his body, Barry comes up to him and says to focus on me, to stay here with me in the now. Unable to control himself, Wally burst like he just did with Captain Cold. But here in this moment, Barry Allen is the one to take the brunt of that. This is what happened. This is why Barry only has skeletal remains. This is why Wally believes he killed Barry Allen. Now, they were able to protect themselves with little force fields. And while they think that they are able to catch Wally West here in this moment, we see him burst out of it and he takes off. When they send Glider after him, Glider thinks that she can keep up with Wally West, but that's only because Wally West wasn't going at full speed. Once he kicks it into a higher gear, he leaves her in the freaking dust. He's moving so fast that he is here right now in this moment, but he's also in Barry's lab. He's with his dad. He is here, but he's also 3 years ago, spending time with his mother, alive and well, his family happy together. He is all together, still whole in one piece, not broken. He is here but there, unable to stop running. And then he gets a glimpse of the future. He gets a glimpse of what's to come. He sees tomorrow, but not just one tomorrow, two tomorrows. Two different worlds. In one, he appears to be a hero. In another, a monster. He doesn't know what he is. He doesn't know what he is becoming. While he grapples with all of this, Captain Cold and their team decide it's time to send out something bigger. It's time to send out something that'll be able to take him down. It's time to send out the freak show. This is where they open up the door and they release Grod. But this is not the Grod that we know. This is absolute Grod. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. A great start to the Absolute Universe for Flash. I'm hoping that Barry Allen isn't actually dead, but we're gonna have to wait and see what really happens with that. Because when it comes to the Flashes, you never know. You just never know. But what we do know is it appears that Wally West has become one with the Speed Force. Whatever Barry was doing, whatever experiments he was running, he was manipulating the Speed Force in some way, shape, or form, and it combined with Wally West. And Wally is starting to figure out his powers. He's just beginning to tap into them, being able to glimpse the past and the future. We're shown two possibilities of his outcome. He could go down the path of being the hero, or he could go down the path of being the monster. This could be effect of Mirror Master manipulating with something, finding out what actually happened 1 year from now. Mirror Master learns all of this. He learns the origins of Wally West. So he might not be seeing a future where he's a monster, but maybe a future where something's manipulated, something's changed. When looking at the future, we know when it comes to the Flashes, you can never take it for exactly as it is. Especially when it's small, tiny glimpses of what the future could be. But Wally is perceiving this as two possible futures for himself. One where he stands up, becomes a hero, or one where he falls and becomes everything that he would ever despise. It's also interesting to see Captain Cold and his team in this real capacity, working for the government. You know, this was the rogue gallery more or less for the Flash. Bad guys that he would constantly have to stop, but in this world, we're seeing that they're taking a more authoritarian aspect to this. Where in this world, there's not as much crime, there's more order, but that order comes with an iron fist. It comes with more violence, it comes with more brutality. This is definitely a much more brutal DC universe than we're really used to experiencing, and I am 100% here and on board for it. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything that is going on with this series, go ahead, check out the link in my description, as well as the top of this video. It's going to get you completely caught up on everything going on in the Absolute Universe. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership, much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.